braking zone down there, and unfortunately if you're on the outside ahead of them, you kind of act as the brake, and of course that will be looked into by our stewards as well. On board now with Miyazono in the Subaru, really working the wheel of this Subaru BRZ. Almost run into the back of the Mazda Lamborghini, unsurprisingly there, slapping for 2-second penalty. So yeah, that's what you get for shunting a car off Lamborghini. That'll hurt them. Well, to be honest, they're a 7th now, but 2 seconds will put them down to about where AMG is. Now here's where we see the weakness of this Subaru. Runs out of puff on the straights, but very light, very agile. In that draft, actually, wasn't falling back too much.
No, okay, the slipstream at the moment. Let's see whether Miyazono can use that to his advantage coming down towards the first corner. Mercedes and BMW under investigation there as well. Still nothing on Nissan and the contact that we saw in towards that first corner as to whether they're going to be picking up a penalty for their part in the incident. BMW look like they're out of this one though, as Laboutelet has not come across the line in a fair amount of time. We come through this left-hander though. We're now on the penultimate lap of racing here. This is a favourite overtaking spot that we've seen over the course of this one, and now are we going to start to see Miyazono coming through? There is BMW, there is Laboutelet, who clearly looks to be suffering from what appears to be some kind of a technical problem, being stranded on the side of the circuit. But I have to say, Jimmy, the rain intensity looks to have decreased somewhat in the sort of latter stages of this race. I don't think the circuit's going to dry up significantly, but it's definitely a bit less heavier in terms of the rainfall than it was a couple of laps ago.
Yeah, as you say, Tom, I think it's not really going to dry so much towards the end of the race. There is really a straight fight between these guys. You can see going into this hairpin there, the lock that Paul Ura in that Mazda just crossing the wheel over, trying to get some grip out of those front tyres, and just scrubbing across. And it's been a great race from Jose Serrano with that Porsche, really showing what that car can do in these conditions, and flirting with danger, touching those curves in the wet, always a little bit scary. But not for these guys, proper pros here, as we watch Miyazono again. This is where this car is strong, this Subaru. Really quick through these last couple of corners, but what can he do about it?
Yeah, that is the question. Lamborghini and Ferrari exchanging positions there. Mercedes picking up a penalty for their part in a collision, presumably with BMW. On board we ride though with Takuma Miyazono. We come through the left-hander in towards the final 2 corners of this circuit to begin the last lap of racing. And Porsche and Serrano now just beginning to build a little bit of a cushion actually over Mazda and Subaru. And I wonder if that might just be enough for them to not come under any real threat on this final lap, which we now begin with Porsche leading from Mazda, from Subaru. That's your top 3.
Yeah, a little wiggle there from Miyazono, so that's really going to hurt him going on to this lap. So last lap of the second race here at Fukuoka. Team Porsche leading by 6/10 from Team Mazda. Subaru in 3rd place. We're on board now at Miyazono. Can he invent something here? Anything that he can do? He's a bit far back, I think, to have any sort of lunge here. And he's got a big straight to contend with, and we know this car doesn't really do too well with. But he's really fast, Miyazono. He can really make this thing work if he can just find the line. Paul Ura also trying to get back onto the rear spoiler of the Porsche, but we have to say that Serrano's just looks in a league of his own here.
Yeah, first sector, Ura was actually a little bit quicker by a few tenths of a second over Serrano. So if he can continue building that advantage into the final sector of this one and continue that same sort of trajectory, there's a good opportunity for a possible lunge in the final few stages of this one. So Mazda and Subaru were tied on points at the start of this race. If the checker flag finishes as it is now, it'll be Mazda with a 2-point advantage going into the penultimate race of the season in the Manufacturers' Cup, with Porsche there in 3rd position, but very close indeed, with just 3 points separating those 3 teams.
Yeah, so bring Porsche right back into it. And you know what Angela Frozen was saying at the start of this, like, I fancy this, I reckon we can do this, Team Porsche, we can be champions if we can just get a good couple of races. This will be ideal for them. Only a few more corners separate Porsche and Jose Serrano from a win here in race 2.
Ura again a 10th of a second faster, gap down to just under half a second now, so it just takes that one mistake from Jose Serrano at the sharp end of this one. One slip of the tyres, one slide into the corners under braking, and that could present the opportunity that Paul Ura and Mazda are looking for a dive. We come through into that final turn though, and unless we see a mistake from Jose Serrano, it is going to be Porsche that will come through to take the checkered flag. Out of the final corner we go, and across the line, Porsche win race 2 from Mazda and from Subaru. Serrano takes victory from his compatriot Paul Ura. Miyazono on the podium there in 3rd position, which means that we've now got 3 manufacturers separated by just 3 points at the sharp end of this one, with 2 races to go at the checkered flag. Ferrari versus Lamborghini to the line there as well, was very close for 7th place. João Jesus just getting the better of Lamborghini's Alfa Lea. But what a race from Pol Ura and from Jose Serrano. Ultimately, a very calm and controlled race from Serrano. Once he got his way through around the outside for the race lead, he just never looked like he was bothered again.
But how close was that? Less than 2 tenths at the end there. So definitely chased home was Jose Serrano by his compatriot Pol Ura. But you're seeing now why we've had such Spanish domination this year. These guys just incredibly fast. And for Team Porsche, that's huge. That really puts them properly in contention now. We've got 3 teams starting to pull away from the rest. Mazda, Subaru and Porsche with only 2 more races left this year.
Yep, so 32 points now for Mazda, 30 points for Subaru and 29 points for Porsche. They're your sort of outliers, really. Of course, another opportunity for 12 points on offer in this third race. And then we go up to double points for that for the grand final as well. So let's see how that one is going to work out. Well, time for reflection after that second race. Wet conditions at the Autopolis Raceway.
Bye.